As we continue to follow the aftermath of the riots at the U.S. Capitol building, we're hearing from many political leaders. Joining us now is Colorado's Governor Jared Polis. Governor Polis, thanks so much for being with us this morning. There are now calls to remove President Trump from office before Joe Biden's inauguration. Do you agree with these calls?
Well, good morning. A very sobering morning for our republic to see members of Congress, in fact, the institution, held hostage yesterday. Really just an anathema to everything we believe in as Americans: Republican, Democrat, Independent, Green, Libertarian. Those are the halls that I had the honor of serving Northern Colorado in for 10 years. And it's just scary to see what happened there yesterday. And I'm glad they pushed through and continued their work.
And now talking about the calls to remove President Trump from office before Inauguration Day, 13 days away. Do you agree with these calls?
Well, there's 2 weeks that he has left. There are procedures under the 25th Amendment. If his own cabinet, his own vice president feel that he's mentally unfit to serve, they can certainly take that action. I think they'll be watching closely in the next few days to see whether he believes in the constitutional oath that he took and elections.
You joined Congressman Ken Buck in a statement yesterday. He had previously supported the Texas lawsuit to overturn the election results. He finally dropped his objections, but does Congressman Buck and everyone who supported the president's false claims of election fraud share responsibility for what happened yesterday?
Well, we had two members of the congressional delegation that did support the false allegations and cast their votes accordingly. Representative Buck did vote to respect the will of the people on that. I wanted my statement to be bipartisan. Mr. Buck is chair of the Republican Party of Colorado, and I think more important than trying to use this for any kind of partisan purposes or gain, it's important that all Americans of goodwill speak together. And I really wanted to use that authority as governor to speak with the chair of the Republican Party rather than just as governor of Colorado. I wanted to make sure it conveyed to the greatest number of people the gravity of the situation and how what was occurring yesterday was completely inconsistent with our democratic principles as a nation.
And focusing yesterday, it's obvious that there is a giant political divide in our country. Are you concerned about that?
I think leaders that are elected should focus on bringing people together. There's a lot more that unites us, a lot more that keeps us together. For instance, the fight against the virus. Doesn't matter whether you're Republican, Democrat, never voted at all. There's a deadly virus among us, and we need to take the steps that we can to keep ourselves and our families safe, like wearing masks and avoiding socializing with people outside of our households. That's something that unites us as a struggle of our generation, of the century. It's the biggest pandemic in a century. We've lost 350,000 Americans to this deadly virus. We need to stop additional loss now, and it's in our hands to do so.
Talking about the virus and now Colorado's COVID-19 vaccine distribution, it's moving very slow right now, and you've acknowledged that we need to do better. When will it catch up?
Yeah, well, we're moving faster than almost every other state. I think we're in the top 10, but as I said, it's not graded on a curve. And the fact that the nation is getting a D- doesn't mean that Colorado can skate by with the C+. We need to get it out faster. We have a requirement we put in place that everybody we partner with for vaccine distribution, community health clinics, hospitals, has to use any dose that they receive within 72 hours and get it into somebody's arms. And right now, we're, of course, prioritizing those who have the highest risk, people age 70 and up, as we complete the vaccination of our medical workers and those who work with COVID patients.
All right, Governor Polis, appreciate you taking the time to talk with us this morning.
Thank you, and God bless America.